Good morning, lovelies, and welcome back. Alright, welcome to episode 6. Sweet and sour pork chops. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so what we need is 6 4/4 chops. Now, if you're like me and you can't afford the lean ones because they're like double the price, just get the normal ones. I get these when on special. Check these babies out. Alright, these I got for about $5.50 for 2. And we need 6 of them, okay? If you get the lean ones, they'll be like 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks for 2. But if you can afford them, definitely get lean. Otherwise, get these. And the only difference is we just got to cut the shit out of them. So what I'm going to do is that this recipe's got heaps of goodies in it. So I'm just going to do it in stages like I always do. But when I write the recipe below, I'll write the ingredients in the stages as well to help you remember. Alright, so the first thing we've got to do is get our lovely chops, and we've got to cut the rind off and cut as much fat and the bone out as you can. Now once we've done that, you can go harder if you want and take all the tiny little bits of fat out, but I'm not going there, it doesn't bother me at all. So the next thing you want to do is you want to cut them into like, I'll just show you, I can't really explain it, sort of pieces. You want to get them like that. Pieces like that, alright? So cut them all like that. Get a bowl big enough to put them all in and stick them in a big bowl. Alright, now we've got that done. Put that aside for a minute, and now we're going to make a marinade for the meat. So grab 2 cups. We need an egg yolk. Just get rid of the white. Cut it like I said with the shell. Alright. So we need the yolk, the egg yellow, okay? Alright, I've got the egg yellow. Now we need a dry sherry, okay? So I grabbed this one. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. I grabbed this one from the bottle shop. So when you go in there, just say to them, I need a dry sherry for cooking. And if they know what they're doing, they'll point you in the right direction. Now this was only $9 a bottle. You don't need really expensive ones. And it lasts a good couple of years. So once every couple of years, I'll just change the bottle anyway. But it's really handy to have because you wouldn't believe how many recipes actually have it in it, especially when you're doing your Chinese and Thai and all the different sorts of takeaways. Okay, so 1 egg yolk. 1 tablespoon of sherry. Now we need soy sauce, and we need 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce in there. We need 2 teaspoons of white sugar. Now we want to mix it in really, really well. Grab your meat. Make sure you can see. Alright, pour it all over it. Now we want to mix it in really, really well. And then once we've done that, we're going to cover it up and put it in the fridge. And we're going to leave it in there for an hour. But every 20 minutes, pull it out and give it a good mix up again. Cover it back up and put it in the fridge. Alright, so once we've done this, we're going to start preparing all our veggies while this is marinating. Okay, now get a big bowl out so we can stick all our veggies in. So the first thing we need is spring onions. Now I'd say roughly about 6 medium. Some of these are a bit small, so I've got 7 here. But roughly a handful of spring onions, alright? And we want to chop them up really thin on an angle, as much of it as you can get, and chuck it in the bowl. We also want 1 large onion, and we want to slice it up nice and thin and chuck it in the bowl. Onions are done. Okay, so next we need a medium to large capsicum, but I don't have any, I've only got small ones, so I'll use 2 small ones, alright? Now, when it comes to all the veggies, it's up to you how big or small you want to cut them up. But I like having them all small, because when I take a mouthful of meat, I want to have a mouthful of veggies with it. I don't want to eat one or the other, do you know what I mean? But a lot of people do like it all chunky, so it's completely up to you how you do it. So, you get your 1 large one or your couple of small ones. Alright, take the stuff out the middle. And then cut them however you want, nice and chunky or nice and thin. Me, I love everything thin. So I'll chop them, cut them like I saw. And in the bowl they go. Capsicum's done. I think they're also called capsicum red peppers. I'm not sure why red or green peppers, but I think they're also called that as well, okay? Alright, so once the capsicum's done, next thing we need is 2 sticks of celery. Now you can chop them this way if you want, or you can chop them in long, like skinny pieces, however you want you. Could sort of call it a stir fry, however you want it to do it. But I mean, I like I'll get there. I like celery, but I just don't like it big and chunky. So I'll cut them in 4 like I do every other time, and then I'll just chop them up nice and small. That's how I like it. So yeah, chop them any which way you want and chuck them in the bowl. Alright, celery's done. Next thing we need is a medium cucumber. So I would class that as a medium. Alright, just take the plastic off. Now with the kiwis, you want to cut it long ways in half. Alright, and you want to cut those long ways in half again. Best you can. Alright, so I'll just move them aside. Make sure you can see me. Yep. Alright, so then I'm going to go along and slice out the middle seeds. Like so. Okay, and then once you got it like that, just cut it in however big. You can do them in big chunky ones if you're doing the chunkies. Me, you know me, small. Alright, and then cut them up and stick them in your bowl. Oh yeah, baby. Alrighty, now that we've done that, last but not least, we need our mushrooms. Alright, I've got roughly 9 here. So it's up to you how many you want. Yeah, 9 roughly that size. Alright, so what I do with mine is you got to make sure you wash them really well, alright, and get all the dirt off of them. And you can do them in your big chunks, you can do them any way you want. I like mine paper thin slices. So mine will look like a saw. I like them in nice paper thin ones. Alright, so chop them up any way you want and into the bowl they go. I think 9 was a little bit ambitious. I ended up using 6. 6 was plenty. Alright, now we wrap it in Glad Wrap and we stick it in the fridge and keep on going. Next we need a 425 gram can of pineapple pieces. I can only get slices, so I'm going to have to just chop them into pieces. So what we want to do is you want to drain the pineapple into a bowl or something. Drain the pineapple juice into a bowl or something, and we need to keep both. We need the juice to go into the sauce, and then we need the pineapple to go in later. Alright, so make sure you drain it and keep it, and then if you can only get slices like me, chop them up into pieces. Next up we've got to make a couple of sauce mixes up, and this will be for at the end. Alright, so what the plan is from now onwards, right, is we'll do a couple of sauce mixes up and put them aside. Then what we do is we deep fry our pork and put it in the oven to keep it warm, and then we get our wok out and we wok the lot. Alright, so we're going to do a sauce now and then put it aside for after. It just makes it easy because once you start doing your pork and you start doing your wok, it's just so much easier if they're ready. Okay, so in a cup we want to get white vinegar. Where have I got the camera now? Alright, and we want 1/4 cup of white vinegar in the cup. We want 1.5 tablespoons of soy, and we want 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, whatever tomato sauce you use normally. Alright, mix it up really well and then set it aside. Now we get a small jug with a whisk, and we want to put in 1 cup of chicken stock. Now if I can afford it and they're on special, I love getting the Campbell's chicken stock. Absolutely love the Campbell's one. But when I can't afford it, I grab the Aldi's one, alright? So we want 1 cup of chicken stock in there. So now that we've got absolutely everything prepared and we're all ready to go, make yourself a cuppa and sit down for a minute, because when you start doing this, it's just go. I'm going to do some rice anyway. It looks amazing with it. It tastes amazing with it, why wouldn't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my little rice cooker. So I don't know if you've seen these before. Just see if you can see the light. Alright, these things, this one cost me 12 bucks from IGA, so they're pretty cheap, and then they've got to about 30 odd bucks for the really big ones. Alright, so what it is there's a little spring in there, and this goes in. Once you put everything in it, it pushes it down and it starts it. Once the rice is cooked, it releases it and it stops it. So what happens is you'll have it on, and then when it's finished cooking, it'll flick up to warm. Now I suggest when it flicks up to warm, turn it off, because it still does slowly keep cooking it, and then you're going to get it cluggy. So if you don't want it cluggy, turn it off. If you're not ready for 10 minutes, whack it on for a couple of minutes when you're serving up, so you can warm it back up again. But yeah, I wouldn't go leaving it on warm. Okay, so if you score one of these from a mate or something and you don't have directions for them, there's only one rule with them. I'm going to use 1 cup of basmati rice. So whatever amount I put in there, I'll put the double amount of water. So 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Then you just put the lid on, turn it on, and it does its own thing. Awesome, eh? It's really handy if you've got, like me, a really little kitchen, you don't have enough stove space and everything else going on at once. They're really brilliant and really cheap. Just got a lemon off my beautiful tree, so I'm just gonna, look how it just squirts out in that. I love lemons off of lemon trees, not from the store. They're brilliant. So yeah, if you've got a friend, if you haven't got one yourself, if you've got a friend, always get them, they're amazing. Alright, so, because I want to use them to serve up, so I'm just going to cut that up, wrap it up, set it aside. It's just so much easier and so much fun to cook when you've got everything all ready to go. Kind of feel a little bit professional, you know. Alright, now, I've got my tray out and ready to go. See how I've done it like that? I've got my tongs out ready to go. I've got my oil on and heating up. Oh, how exciting. Now we get to cook it all up. Oh, yum. Alright, I've got my oven on 150 and we're ready to go. So, if there's any juice left in your bowl, leave it, because you can throw it in with our sauce after, okay? I doubt there will be, but if there is any juice left in there, leave it in there. Alright, so what we want to do, oil's hot enough, is you just get it out a piece at a time, and you just want to do a light cornflour. Alright, bang it. Ugh. Nice light one. Alright, when it's hot enough, put them in. Now, you can cook a fair few at once, but just leave a little bit of a gap between each of them, just so that they can cook properly. So, I'd say 4 minutes, alright? So they cook for 4 minutes, then you put them on the tray in the oven. If they're a little bit undercooked while they're in the tray in the oven while you're cooking all the rest up, we'll cook it through perfect anyway. So 4 minutes, out they come, next lot, keep going, fill your tray in the oven, and we're halfway there. Oh yeah, baby! Alrighty, now I just wanted to show you what they look like. Makes up a bucket load, doesn't it? Alright, so now I'm going to chuck that back in the oven, but I'm going to turn the oven off now, and they'll stay hot enough while we do the next thing. Alright, so what you want to do is clean down your benches quickly, get your wok out. You want to put your wok on between medium and high. So you don't want it to burn the crap out of everything straight away, but you do need it hot. So in between medium and high, so I've got an electric stove top, so I'm going to whack mine on 4. While that's heating up, get out all your veggies, get out all your sauces we've made, get everything out in a row, ready to go, and we're going to put the whole thing together. Oh yeah. The fun part, putting it all together. Oh, how exciting. Okay, I'm using peanut oil for this, but you can use any oil you've got. We want 3 tablespoons in your wok. Now we want to throw all our veggies in, and we want to saute them off for about 3 minutes. Perfect. Next thing we want to do is we want to get our pineapple syrup. Pour that in. We want to pour in, if you had any marinade left out of your meat, pour that in. Make sure you give your sauces that we made a good stir. Then we want to put our soy sauce tomato mix out of our cup in. And we want to make sure you give this a really good mix, the chicken stock with the flour, corn flour. You want to put that in. Okay, now what we want to do is keep mixing it and mixing it until it comes up to the boil, and then it will thicken a little bit. Alright, 2 minutes later, see how it's like a nice gravy consistency? Because don't forget we need to coat all our pork. That's perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to salt and pepper it. As little or as much as you want. Oh, God, it smells good. I love that sweet and sour smell. Give it a good mix in. Alright, now we want to put our pineapple pieces in. And we want to mix that through for like a minute, just to heat up the pineapple. As soon as the pineapple is heated up in 1 minute, we're going to take it straight off the heat. Get our pork out. Flick it all in. Just sort of toss it. And just keep going like that until you've coated everything. Oh, baby. Oh my God, mate. He makes a shitload up. It's awesome. Whole family. And you might even get lucky and have a munchie for later. You will not buy it better than this, I tell you. If you love your sweet and sours, you have to give this a go. I mean, you know, a bit of work, but oh, look at it. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Get it into you. I love cooking. Love it. Okay, rice on first, as little as much as you want. Give it another little quick flip around so you can get all the juice. Stir it in. Plate her up. And you have just made your family something frigging awesome, mate. Big or as little as you want. These are for the big lads. Alright, so by the look of this, if you're having really big plates, you do 5 really big ones. If you're just doing normal size ones for like normal people, you could probably do at least 6 to 8, I reckon. Alright, get a little bit of meat for on top. Put a little bit of red stuff, a little bit of colour there. Boom. Well, there you have it, my friends. I guarantee you that lighting's not doing it justice. Oh my gosh. Tell you what, be the best sweet and sour pork you've made in a long time. Give it a crack. Thank you guys so much for watching, eh? Have an awesome day. I'll be back. Episode 7, I think we're up to. Springer rolls. Oh yeah, baby. Bye.